We're going to do Vinyasa yoga, fast-paced. Let's go. Let's get started in child's pose. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Now, big toes touch, knees together. Let your belly melt over the thighs. And then work yourself down gradually to rest your forehead. I'm going to rest my forehead on my thumbs in prayer hands. You may be able to rest your forehead all the way down to the floor. And we're taking a couple of breaths here, feeling the belly expand. When you inhale, when you exhale, visualizing the breath emptying out through the sitting bones. And wag your tail side to side, loosening up the hips. Take advantage of the constriction you might feel of the belly and tops of the thighs. So when you inhale, the belly presses into the thighs and the breath expands into the back ribs. And gradually, we're extending the arms out all the way straight. And let's thread that left arm underneath the right arm, coming into a twist that's going to be a little active, pressing the back of your left hand into the ground, peeking under your right underarm. And find a full inhale. And exhale, drop the tail, come on up to stand on the knees, drop your shoulders down, interlace your hands back behind you and lift your chest. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, draw the belly in, gradually return back into child's pose, extending the arms forward. Then thread that right arm underneath. Thread that right arm underneath and press through the back of that right hand actively. Peek under that left underarm. Drag the left sitting bone back and inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, press through the tops of the feet, stand up on your knees, drop your shoulders down and interlace your awkward finger on top. Lift your chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back to neutral. Come into tabletop. Fan your fingers wide and start to roll through a cat and cow. Inhale, belly drops, look up. Exhale, root through the tops of the feet, round the spine. And inhale, really spread those fingers out, pads of fingers grip, and then exhale round. And you might want to deviate a little bit through your cat and cow. When you exhale, the hips might come back. And when you inhale, bringing the chest forward a little more. So just do what your body feels good doing in this moment as you wake up the spine. And then eventually tuck your toes, send your hips toward the heels, walk your hands forward a little more, and lift your knees, send the sitting bones up into the first downward dog of this practice. From downward dog, step your feet a little closer together, swing your right heel high, three-legged dog, peel that right hip open, stack it on top of the left, and hinge your right knee, bringing that right heel toward the sitting bone. And we're dragging that left thigh bone back. Let's inhale, lift your right knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Lightly step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down. Keep your back toe tucked. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, release your hands to frame that front foot. Lift your left thigh, plant your left hand, open your right arm up to a twist, leaning back. So that when you inhale, the belly expands. When you exhale, coming into a back bend, look up at the right hand. Press through the ball of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down and step into plank. Lift your belly, lift the back of the head, and hug your elbows in. Come all the way down onto your belly. Take your feet flat, starting with cobra pose on the inhale. Shoulders down and back. And then exhale, tuck the toes. Press on up to downward dog, sending the hips high. Step your feet a little closer. Swing your left heel high, three-legged dog, and open that hip if that feels okay on your back. Opening that left hip, stacking it on top of the right. Right underarm is lifting. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Lightly step that left foot between the hands. Right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Looking up between the hands, arching your upper back. Exhale, release your hands to frame that front foot. Lift your right thigh. Spin your right heel down, open your left arm up to a T. Inhale, exhale, lean back a little bit. Bring that left palm back toward the lengthwise edge of your mat. Inhale, exhale, release your left hand down. Lift your hips, step to plank. Elbows in, lower all the way down. Chaturanga. Feet are flat. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, rooting through the tops of the feet. Broad collarbones. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. And the sitting bones up. And then lift your heels high, come all the way up onto tiptoes. Keep lifting the sitting bones up. Bend your knees, look forward. Take a light hop right between the thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let your head go. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down right through heart center. Bend your knees, drop your tail. Reach your arms forward and up into Utkatasana. Sit down more, bring your belly toward the thighs, start to fold, swing your arms around. Take your hands onto your lower back. Give your lower back a little press. Inhale. Exhale, interlace your hands. Let the arms peel away from the back, wringing out your shoulders. Then drop your tailbone, shift into your right foot, step your left foot back, find runner's lunge, and then take your left hand, slide your left hand down, right onto your left hamstring. Reach your right arm up alongside the ear. Look to the left. Inhale, exhale, come a little more into a back bend, looking up toward the sky. And let's inhale there, exhale a little more, looking up. And then as you exhale, slowly reach your right fingertips forward. And then release your right hand down to the inside of your right heel. Spin your left heel down, heel to heel alignment. Reach your left arm up alongside the ear. Look up toward the sky. Press through your left foot. And then as you feel the toes spread, feel the feet connect to the ground. Inhale into your reverse warrior. Left hand to left thigh, right arm sweeps up and overhead. You could swipe that left hand around to bind on top of the right thigh. Looking up, inhale there. Exhale, let's cartwheel. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Swing the left heel over the toes. Step right back into three-legged dog. Right heel lifting high. Stretch your right heel high. Then slide that right knee forward a little wider than the right wrist. Drop your left knee down. Take the top of your left foot flat. Come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take your right hand forward in front of your face. Thread your left arm underneath. And then lay your left temple down. You can take your right tented fingers onto the ground and lift your right elbow tip up toward the ceiling. Left rib wraps toward right rib for that twisting pigeon. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, carve the belly in. Press through your right hand, slowly unwind. And then take your left hand round onto your back, swipe it right, peel that left shoulder away, look toward your left foot. Come up onto right tented fingers. Inhale, exhale, lean back a little bit, looking up. And then look down, right in between where your left hand is going to go. Look between your hands, tuck your left toes, inch your left knee forward, and then unwind. Toes are tucked, hips to heels. As you're ready, come on up into downward facing dog and pedal out your feet. Big full inhale. Exhale, let it out your mouth. Lift your heels high, come on to tiptoes. Tiptoe forward right between the thumbs. Inhale, lift the belly, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down right through heart center. Good. Hike your pants up. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Crown of head last. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop the tailbone, come on up. Take your right fingertips onto the back of your right thigh. Reach your left arm up alongside the ear. Look to the right. Inhale. As you exhale, come into your back bend a little more. Inhale and exhale a little more into the back bend, looking up. Inhale and exhale a little more into the back bend. Then reach your left fingertips forward. Take your left hand on the inside of the heel. Spin your right heel down. Keep wrapping that left sitting bone under the pelvis, pressing through both feet. Reach the right fingertips away from that heel. Start to turn the belly, the ribs, the chest up toward the sky. Spread through your toes. Arches of feet are lifting. Knit those lower ribs in toward the spine. And then pressing through the feet. Inhale back to reverse warrior. Maybe taking a bind. Slipping that right hand around onto the top of the left thigh. And inhale, back bend. Exhale, a little more into the back bend. And then slowly cartwheel the arms forward. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Swing the back heel over the toes and slide that left heel right up into three-legged dog. Inhale there. Exhale, slide the left knee forward, wider than the left wrist. Bring the right knee down. Take the top of your right foot flat. Coming up to tented fingers. Drop your shoulders, look up. Find the inhale, filling deep into the lower belly, deep toward the pelvic floor. And then exhale, take your left hand forward, slide your right arm underneath. So we're going to lay from the back of the right hand to the edge of the shoulder, left tented fingers, peek underneath, and resist the back of your right hand into the floor. Feel that right rib spiral around toward the left rib. Inhale, and exhale, press through your left hand, slowly come on up. And then we're turning, taking your right hand around onto your back, swipe it toward your left hip, look around at your right foot. Come up onto your left tented fingers. Inhale, exhale, come into a little more back bend, looking up. And then release. Hands are coming onto the mat, shoulder width distance. Tuck your right toes under. Inch your right knee forward. And then unwind, toes are tucked. Hips to heels. Child's pose. And then come on back up into downward dog. Stretch your right heel high. Three-legged dog, open that right hip. Inhale and exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot between the hands. Spin your left heel down and cartwheel up into warrior two. Gazing over the right fingertips. Rooting through that left foot. Then turn your right palm up, reverse warrior, left hand to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Straighten your right leg all the way. Inhale. Then as you exhale, take your right fingertips to the inside. Again, inside of the right knee or down to the inner calf or right to the floor. Now, if it feels available, you can inch your right shoulder down to the inside of the knee, reach your right arm underneath and try to bind your fingertips behind your back. Then look down at the foot. Good. Inhale, exhale, carve the belly toward the spine. Then straighten that right leg, turn your right toes in, your right heel out. Unwind the bind. Take your hands to your outer ankles, fold into Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, fill the belly, exhale, shoulders away from the ears, and fold a little more. And start to walk your hands towards your left foot. Bend your left knee pretty deeply. Drop your left sitting bone down. You can use your fingertips to support you as you come into Skandasana with your left arm on the inside of your left knee. And then reach your right arm up and look at your right fingertips. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back right into warrior two. Right knee is over the heel. Back toes are turned in a little bit. Drop the pelvis down. Then swing that left arm up alongside the ear. Swing your left heel up so that that left hip rolls forward. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, let's release the hands to frame that front foot. Take your left hand a little wider than the shoulder. Let your left hip drop down. Let's actually drop the left knee down. Keeping that right foot flexed. Let the right knee open out to the right. And then take your right arm up to a T. Inhale, exhale, lean back. Inhale, exhale, bring that right knee back into center. Take your right hand to the outside edge of that right foot, and then lift that left thigh. Step into a strong plank. Now roll into the outside edge of your right foot. Stack your feet. So we have Vashisthasana, side plank. In side plank, I always like to have that right hand a little forward of the shoulder, not directly under. It's a better angle for your shoulder joint. Then have your left foot step on your inner right thigh. Lift your inner right thigh. Take your left hand right on your belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, roll back to plank. Bring your knees all the way down, hips to heels. Come on up into downward dog. And stretch that left heel high for three-legged dog. Open your left hip on top of the right. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot through. Spin your right heel down. Cartwheel up. Warrior two. Strong warrior. Strong warrior two, rooting through the feet. Take your left palm up. Reverse warrior. Right hand to right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. And then straighten that left leg all the way. Inhale, exhale, bend the left knee, coming into extended side angle position with your left fingertips inching to the inner left heel, or coming down to the floor if possible. And keep your right foot rooting. You may be able to slide your left shoulder down to the inner knee and reach around and try to bind the fingertips, rooting through that outer right foot, and just looking down for a moment. Then straighten that left leg, turn the left toes in. Come into your wide-legged forward fold. Then I'll turn so my butt's not in your face. But then I might not remember the sequence. So, butt in the face it is. Open your elbows. Good. Inhale and then exhale, crown of head descending. Then bend your right knee. Start to drop your right sitting bone down. Your right toes have to turn out a little bit. We're coming towards Skandasana. Left toes now turn up. Right hand, right fingertips come over. So your right arm's on the inside of the knee. And if possible, you open your left fingertips up. Look at the hand in the air. And inhale. And then exhale. Come right back up into warrior two. Good. And then swing that right heel over the toes. Reach both arms up alongside the ears. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Right hand comes a little wider than the shoulder. Touch your right knee down. Flex that left foot, let the left knee open. Take your left fingertips up. Inhale, exhale into a little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, hug that left knee back into the midline. Releasing that hand to frame the front foot. Lift your right knee, step your left foot back. Now roll into the outside edge of that left foot. Coming into your Vashisthasana, side plank. Left elbow is soft. Lifting that left hip. Right foot to the inner thigh, not the knee joint. Right hand on the belly. Look to the ceiling is more challenging. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll on back to plank. Bring your knees down, come back to child's pose, and then roll forward, come down onto your belly. Take your feet flat. Reach your arms around. Option one, easy locust, or bend your knees, take the tops of the feet, the place where the shoelaces would be. Kick the feet into the hands into the feet, lift up into your Dhanurasana. And inhale, and exhale. Slowly release. Stack one palm on top of the other. Take your toes separate a little bit. Wag your tailbone. When you wag your tailbone to the left, slide your right knee up into a frog leg. Good. And then rest your right temple. Look to your left elbow. Take a couple breaths. Filling the belly when you inhale. And when you exhale, empty it out all the way. Resting here and coming back to notice your heartbeat, notice your breath. And then slowly slide that left leg back. Left toe points toward the ceiling. Wag the toe in and out. Then let the left toe extend out. Toes are separated. You can lift your gaze forward, wag your tail. And then when you wag your tail to the right, slide that left knee up into your half of a frog. Good. Forehead can come down. Or turn your head, look to your right elbow, rest your left temple. And breathe. Pressing through the palms, start to look forward, slide that left knee back in alignment with the hip. Wag the toe in and out, in and out. And then coming up onto your Sphinx pose arms, elbows under the shoulders, point both toes up. And see that your first fingers are about parallel. Then you start to swirl the feet around. Nice way to just kind of internally and externally rotate the thigh bones in the hip sockets. And you can reverse directions. Just see how that feels chaining up into your back. And then bring the big toes to touch. Root the big toes together, ground your pubic bones down, and then drag your chest forward, look up. Big inhale. And exhale, let it out. Release your feet back without slingshotting anything back. Take your palms under your elbows and lightly press up into a tabletop position. Walk your knees forward, swing your legs around, extend your legs out straight, then make your way down onto your back. Good. Find yourself on your back and gently hug one knee at a time in. For a well-deserved little hug, rock and massage your back into the ground. And let your knees swing over to the right. Open your arms out into a T. Look to your left for that twist. Left shoulder peels under the back. Inhale. And then exhale, draw the knees back in. Give it a little hug, give it a little rock. Let the knees rock over to the left. And look over your right palm. Inhale. Belly expands. Exhale, belly carves in toward the spine. Encouraging that nice, smooth flow of digestion, processing physically, emotionally, whatever you want to process out. And then bring the knees back in, bring your feet on the floor, recenter the pelvis. Let's take the arms alongside the body for one bridge pose back bend. Feet are hip width distance, palms facing up, root through the feet, lift the hips and pelvis coming up into your bridge. Good. Interlace your fingers underneath if that feels available. And inhale, lift the hips, exhale, lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back melting. And when the lower back rests, hug both knees in, find your full happy baby. Soles of feet facing the sky. Rock and massage your back. Then bring the soles of feet together, let the knees splay open. Rest your hands on your belly for a moment. Few breaths. Aligning the crown of head with the tail. Unclenching and softening your jaw. And scoop the knees together. Bring the feet mat width distance apart. Let your palms face up alongside the body. Let your palms face up. Windshield wiper. Knees side to side. Wringing out the back. Wringing out the hips. And then let one leg extend out. Let the other extend out. And we find our very important final position. Our final meditation of Shavasana. Where all you have to do is lay on the back. Inhaling to invite what you need. Exhaling to release anything you want to release out. And inviting gratitude for anything at all you have to be grateful for. thanking yourself for this effort today, for showing up for this practice. And you can feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you would like. When you're ready to come out, reach the arms overhead, take an inhale, stretch. Exhale, draw the knees in and roll to the left-hand side. Rest on the left-hand side. And gradually, as you're ready, moving slowly to come on up. And we'll find our way up. And we're meeting in an upright cross-legged seat. Finding a comfortable seat that works for you. Shoulders down the back. Bring your palms together right at heart center. Press the palms together. Nose over navel, sitting really tall. Gratitude for this practice, for your effort, and for any intention that you had today. And I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Thank you so much. Thank you for practicing and being a part of this community with me. I really appreciate it. And please do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.